Hello mathematicians, I hope by the end of this video you can say I can add and subtract positive and negative fractions. So let's look at this example here. So we have 1/10 minus 4/5. So let's follow our steps. So step number one. So step number one is to find the least common denominator. And we do that by finding the least common multiple between the two denominators. So our least common multiple between 10 and 5. This might be fairly obvious. Our least common multiple between 5 and 10 is going to be equal to 10. We could list off all our multiples of 5 if we want. We could go 5, 10. Well, there we go. That is what that one is. So our least common multiple between 10 and 5 is 10. So our least common denominator is going to be 10. And our next step is going to be to convert the numerators and the denominators. So we have 1/10 and 4/5, and we want the denominators of each to be 10. Well, we don't really need to do anything here, so this is just going to stay right at 1/10 because it's already there. And now down here we ask ourselves, 5 times what gives us 10? Well, 5 times 2 gives us 10. If we multiply the denominator by 2, we also have to multiply the numerator by 2. So up here we get 8/10. So we have 1/10 and 8/10. And now we have converted the numerators and the denominators. And now we can add or subtract, which is going to be our third step. So now we've got 1/10 minus 8/10. We know our denominator is going to stay the same. So let's just put that down here right away. So now we're just going to subtract our numerators. So we got 1 minus 8. And again, just like these are just two integers, and this can be confusing. And remember, we don't like subtracting when it looks weird like this. So what we want to do is we want to change this to adding the opposite. So just down here with just the numerators, I could rewrite this as 1 plus a negative 8. And that might help clarify what our answer is going to be. And we know 1 plus negative 8, we know our answer is going to be a negative number. We've got a positive and a negative. So take 8 minus 1, and we get negative 7. So our numerator is going to be negative 7. So our answer to this is going to be negative 7/10. So 1/10 minus 4/5 is going to be negative 7/10. And we could have one last step to simplify if we needed to, but there is no common factors between 7 and 10, so this is a simplified fraction. So again, our final answer is going to be negative 7/10. I hope by now, and with a little bit of practice, you can say I can add and subtract positive and negative